1789 Capital's $1 billion South Florida play as we get Donald Trump Jr., Frisbie Group, and the next wave in Palm Beach County / Boca Raton. So evidently, there's $1 billion real estate war chest about to hit Palm Beach and Boca, and it's backed by none other than Donald Trump Jr. So 1789 Capital, we are focused on this real estate fund on South Florida development. That's quite a war chest. What's going on with this?
Well, I just want to point out again, Frisbie Group
is the other side of Terra.
Is the other partner with Terra in the Boca Raton campus redevelopment project, government campus redevelopment project. So again, you just see the same names kind of pop up, and these are all huge players. Donald Trump Jr. as an example, right? And 1.3 billion funneled into South Florida. Again, this is like, it's like nonstop with this stuff, right? Forget, and if you just forget the big guys for a second, like just the little guys, and by little I mean the guy that has $50 million is running around here, and there's plenty of those guys. I think I've said this a number of times. People fly from out of the area to come down here and buy something, and they kind of come to me and they're like, "Hey, it's going to be cash. Like, we should be able to get a deal. It's going to be cash." I'm like, everybody's kind of cash here, right? When you're playing this like $2 to $10 million game, like everybody's kind of cash, man. So it's like, and so like that's just the example on the lower end of things, but on the higher end of things, like the Donald Trump Jr. stuff, it's like there's plenty of guys playing with $1 billion running around here too. Stephen Ross.
Yeah, Jeff I was going to say, right?
Like, and you could just go to Ken Griffin, like in Miami. You could just go down the list of these guys that are just like making crazy purchases, crazy development plays. And this here, right? Like, John, like, you're always like, is it over? Like, are they slowing down? And then you like see a headline like this.
I'm like, it can't be that bad.
Down. Yeah, they're not slowing down. They're still coming. They're still doing this. They're doing this right now. This is happening today, right? This is a new article. So it's like all the guys that we've been talking about that have been doing this, they're probably not slowing down, and these other guys are coming in still. So there's clear belief that South Florida is becoming this massive economic hub, and these big players want to be in it.
Which again, what fascinates me about the whole thing, as you've talked about many times, is the scarcity of land. And yet I keep seeing all of these stories about all of these projects. And I'm just like, well, clearly it's not slowing anybody down, because where there's a will, there's a way, and it's constantly happening.
It's just nonstop here. So we'll see what this turns into. This is kind of like Ross, Steve Ross, with Related Group saying, I'm stepping down from Related Group to run Related Ross, which
this is my retirement project.
Florida. Yeah, which is focused on South Florida. It's kind of like this symbolic gesture to kind of promote the fact that the investment is focused here. And so from my perspective, like,
I'm sure.
Right. It's like, show me what you're going to do. But anyway, we could go on and on about this, but like, long story short, that's a symbolic move. This feels like this is more of a symbolic thing too, although the fund is focused on South Florida, and they have probably fund documents that are like, if I invest my 10 million, because they're probably raising 10, 100, 20, $200 million in a clip, right? And if I invest my 10 million to $200 million in this, we are going to deploy capital in this specific area. So as much as this is focused on just this is why they kind of rename their fund proposals, because they're drawing capital or investment to this market through investors that want to be in this market, right? And so when these guys invest $1 billion, it's like they probably have 10 to 20 investors, right? That to raise that kind of capital. So they got 10 to 20 guys with 50 to 100 million or more that are giving them money, that want to be in South Florida specifically. That's what they want. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. They'd go invest in a different fund, right?
And, I can't help but wonder now, just in the last few days, seeing Larry Ellison now topping the charts as the world's richest man. And I'm like, oh, that's the guy who like basically runs Manalapan now, right? I'm like, okay. So
you know what I didn't know until recently? Yeah. So that guy's like another billionaire, big deal. And there's so many of them, but I saw that. I didn't know Larry Ellison. He also invested $1 billion in Twitter
when
right?
when the Elon's takeover. I didn't know that either. I saw that as well.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, these guys are all in cahoots with each other, helping each other out.